video, I'm just going to be kind of building this pronghorn habitat, or just doing the rock work and just finishing it off really. As you can see, it was just a fence. That's literally all I built for this habitat. It was very, very simple, and I could not be bothered doing a whole commentary on it. So instead you get me rambling on about random stuff for the next 15 minutes, because that's probably how long it is. I didn't even fast forward it, because it's just like in real time, like anyway. Um, so yeah. So essentially we're just building the pronghorn habitat, which is now opposite Polar Point, and I took some inspo from Deers here with the trees at the back. I really liked what she did with her, like some of the screenshots she showed us for her competition entry, so I decided I'd have a go with the cypress trees. Um, so this is just me putting the pronghorns in now, and yeah, we're pretty much there, to be honest. It's a very, very just basic habitat. But yeah, I thought it'd be maybe a bit different to have something a bit more live buildy. I didn't want to put the whole thing on just because, well, first of all, the video file's corrupted, so there's that. And second of all, I don't know, like, it's 24 minutes of me doing not a lot, so I figured it wouldn't be that interesting. So this is all we have of the video files as well, so I figured why not just keep it simple. But yeah, one of my favourite things to do in this game is actually put the feeders like on the fence, so that the animals come up to the fence to eat, and the guests can get like a really close view of them. That's what I'm trying to do here. So yeah, it's the run up to Christmas now, and everything's going a little bit more bonkers. I have done no Christmas shopping. I am not prepared at all. So we're just trying to see what's happening, I guess, with Christmas as well. I mean, today, well, I suppose yesterday, obviously this, you're seeing the videos a few weeks in advance now, but I mean, today the government announced all these bubble things, and I'm like, well, okay, I get that, like, there's all these bubbles, but at the same time, like, it's not really making it better, is it? At this point, it's not really making the problem any better, and it just seems that they can't decide on what the right action is at the moment. So I'm just burying my head in the sand with Planet Zoo and hiding from all my problems, pretty much. So yeah, we have our pronghorn going in now, and that's our male one. He's really snowy white, and his name is Jackson. I feel like I've changed their names though. So I will at some point do a short video just showing you all the names of the animals that I have in Alphabet Zoo, because I am very, very rigorous about naming all the animals in the game. So yeah. And now they're all going in, and they're enjoying their nice little habitat they've got. I just have to check they can't escape, because that's what you have to do. So yeah. This is kind of where we're at. Oh yeah, this is my baby elephants that keep escaping. So this is Inari, and he likes to keep escaping, and it's really annoying. My zoo has spent like probably over thousands. I think last 1 year it was like £38,000 was spent just getting the baby elephant back into their enclosure because they escaped. But the guests don't seem to mind. They seem to quite enjoy having, a baby elephant running around wild. Yeah, so the pronghorn could get up here, so I'm just doing some rock work, and I suppose this is a good time to talk to you about rock work really and how to do it. So I tend to just sink the rocks into the ground. If you sink them into the ground a bit more, as you can see I'm doing, you get these nice little edges that stick out, and it just makes it look a little bit more realistic. It means you're only using a tiny amount of the actual rock itself, rather than getting repeating patterns that might not look so good. Also, one of the things I do is I flip the rocks upside down as well. But for something like this, like, you can just sink them into the ground like I'm doing and make like a nice smooth rock wall if you keep a line to surface on. So there's all sorts of things you can do for rocks. I mean, I'm sure you might have seen me on some of my streams doing some of this as well. But this is my video for the Pronghorn habitat. You know, it's very, very boring and very, very simple. I didn't want to, like, after doing the polar bear one, which was a very, very long video as well, that was a very long video, and trying to talk for 20 minutes was really difficult, just because, like, what do you talk about? I can't talk about anything for 20 minutes, just by myself. It's just me rambling. I'm just essentially narrating my own. So here we go, you can see me flipping it, and this piece in particular, this, like, the Pride rock is what I kind of call it, because it's the rock that you would use if you're making Pride rock. It looks amazing when you flip it upside down, because it sort of bends in a funny way, so it just looks completely different, and I love how it works. It just looks really nice. So yeah, we just want to have a little rocky area there so they can't escape, and essentially it's the mountain at the back is keeping them in. I think the babies do escape at some point, but babies always escape. The babies always just exploit the holes that you create in your habitats. So I'm hoping by now, again, like, the DLCs come out. I really hope so. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. But yeah. So again, just doing more rocks. I think I was going to put a waterfall here. There's lots of waterfalls that I want to put in the game, but I haven't yet to put them in. Probably because it'll cause the computer to lag, so I think for now we're just pretending they're there. Otherwise though, this is just kind of it for now. It's a very, very simple habitat, and I think it just goes to show that not every habitat has to be a masterpiece though. Like, you can just place some rocks and make a nice habitat. I mean, the pronghorn, you know, they're not really, like, in the wild, it's not like they have to have an indoor area or anything. It's like they're used to living outside. Like, this is the one thing with a lot of these animals, is they're very used to living outside. Which is why, kind of with the polar bear habitat, I was just like, well, we'll just make them an ice cave, and that's their indoor area. Whereas with these, it's like, well, they literally live outside all the time. So what's the problem? They don't need an massive indoor area. Okay, I would agree that the tropical animals probably need an indoor area. And I would say, generally, I have built indoor areas, like big viewing areas, for, you know, the hot animals, the animals that like it hot, the animals that like it tropical. I mean, like the koalas, they like it hotter. They've got an indoor house. The Nyalas, no, Carpies have got an indoor house. The bongos have got an indoor house. The wildebeest have an indoor house. The elephants, hippos, and rhino have an indoor house. So I don't see why the temperate animals or the cold climate animals, considering this is a temperate zoo, can't just have the shed outside. I mean, isn't that what, like, safari parks do? They don't bring all their animals in at night. They just leave them. So this is just it now. Just doing a few more bits and pieces here. Just trying to get it all working nicely, get it all looking pretty, and making sure that the animals can't escape, because that is a concern. But I do feel like, kind of at the end of the day as well, even if you do something really simple, like, I really actually liked the fence I built for this. I'm gonna add it to my fence pack because I really liked it. I really like the fence that much. I'm also gonna add the fence from my community zoo project into it as well, because I think that was an also fun fence to have. So I'm just going to make a massive fence pack, and you can just go into it and pick whatever fences you want from it. Yeah, again, if you've got rockery, just on like a rockery area, just make sure you sink vegetation into it, because it makes it, just sells it a bit more. It makes it a bit more believable, like I did with that tree. I'm about to do it again in a minute, I think, once I've placed this elm tree. But yeah, the animal after this is the Pygmy Hippo, which will have a longer video. It's already recorded. Everything that you're watching now is pre-recorded weeks and weeks ago. But the Pygmy Hippo habitat is complete, and I'm really pleased with how it turns out. I'm really excited to show it you. We then have, after that, the Kangaroo Habitat, which is it's just a very simple habitat. And then the one after that is going to be the Red Panda. So we're getting through the Zoopedia, you know, we're getting there. So yeah, and again, as you can see with the rocks, like the animals could get up there, so now I'm just sinking all the rocks in, making the like terrain unwalkable. But it also creates like a nice kind of rockery area, and just make sure when you're placing your rocks, you're mixing it up a bit, you're rotating them, you're flipping them. Sometimes if you put line to surface, you can get those kind of janky angles. Um, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of it really. I think I'll probably leave it there. To be honest, the habitat at this point is pretty much complete. The animals are in, they've got all their enrichment, they've got their rocks, they've got their plants, they've got their food. This was it really. I'll do a quick little 5-second video at the end just showing you what we've built. And as usual guys, just gonna say it right now, don't forget to subscribe if you like my videos. I have a Twitch account now, so please do check me out on Twitch if you're interested. I will do a lot more live building like this on Twitch, so it'll be slow, it'll be completely unscripted and unprepared. It'll just be me building, and you know what, if you really like watching people building in real time, then please do hop on Twitch. My YouTube channel will probably be mostly speed builds with commentary over the top, just because at the end of the day, like, it's the easiest way to get the videos to you without having to do a lot of editing. So there will be, as I said, I'm sure you've seen by now, there are other playthroughs of things coming, seeping through. I'm spending a lot of time playing video games at the moment, and I have, like, literally, I have nothing to do in the day. The only thing I am doing in the day is playing video games and making videos. So yeah, it's just a case of seeing what works, and I think I expect. So I basically got offered the job that I've been waiting for since March, on Friday, which was Friday, like, the end of November. Not the end of November, like, it was like the 20th or something like that. And so I was offered the job with the Environment Agency, which is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be auditing waste sites, which is really exciting. I've really wanted to work for the EA for a while. But the thing is I will be starting come January, so this video will probably be out 4 weeks from now, which brings us like to mid-December. I'm trying to do a lot of recording and get all these videos out ahead of time, just because come January I'm going to be working full-time again, and you know what, right now I have 8 hours a day to spend working on making YouTube videos and things, and come January I don't know where I'm going to be at, I don't know what I'm going to be at, and that's just how life is. And I'm really excited to start my new job, but I'm also really enjoying making like YouTube videos and doing Twitch. I expect it will probably be more of Twitch, and I will upload the videos to YouTube when I get the chance. But right now I'm just trying to get as ahead as possible, so a lot of the videos coming out are going to be very, very far in advance to where, like, I am now. So when you're watching them, it will have been like probably about a month has passed, so I do apologise for that, but it's the only way right now. I'm planning ahead. I'm thinking to January when I'm going to be starting the new job, and I'm thinking, shit, I better get everything sorted so I can still make YouTube videos, because I'll have the weekends to make YouTube videos, particularly if lockdown continues. We're not going to be going anywhere at the weekends. I can easily spend a Saturday or something making YouTube videos. And the thing is as well is we don't have I'll have my own computer. Right now I don't have my own computer, whereas we'll be able to move it all across, and that will be that. So yeah, that's where we're at with the YouTube and videos. I thought I'd do this as a bit of an update video as well as just a building video, just so you, like, if you're following me, you'll know kind of what to expect in the future. So yeah, anyway, take care guys, and enjoy the cinematics of our pronghorns, and I will see you in the next one.